Welcome to the extracts of Things No One Else Can Teach Us by Humble the Poet. Introduction. Humble the Poet has had several setbacks. He is no stranger to bigotry and hostility as a Sikh spoken word artist who wears a turban. He has also faced harsh criticism from members of his community who believe he is disregarding his culture and beliefs. He resigned his day job as a teacher and went into debt to pursue his goals. He's been lonely and self-conscious along the way. He's put his confidence in con artists and experienced poor results. He's had his heart shattered several times. You might say he's an adversity specialist. Yet today, he wears each of those losses and failures on his sleeve, knowing that none of his professional accomplishments would have been possible without those terrible times. Millions of fans have been inspired by Humble's smart and genuine comments about living a real life on your own terms. This extracts will provide you an overview of 6 essential concepts from his book Things No One Else Can Teach Us.
Before we begin, we publish new content every week, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about the latest extracts. Our videos can be a bit longer sometimes because we never compromise on the content of the book and video. Therefore, it's important to watch the video till the end. Let's get started.
Extract 1. Life is short, so drink in all the joy you can while you can. When you are born, you have a limited amount of breaths. Most individuals are terrified of death. Hearing that you, too, may die may cause you to curl up beneath the covers and refuse to come out, because assuming you'll be here forever is a bad idea. The fact is that if you realize that everything is limited, including your life, you will be able to appreciate what you have right now. Everything is fleeting, but you're already here. Come to love and connect, to hold your grandmother's hands in your own, to eat great cuisine, to drink in the smiles of your children, and to walk down the street with sand beneath your feet or the swish of your skirt. You've come to appreciate the small flower blooming through the cracks in the sidewalk and to swoon to a wonderful melody. The knowing that it won't last makes it all the more precious. That adds to its uniqueness. Therefore, right now, take some time to consider what's essential to you. Let your life to pass before your eyes. Which portions of it pique your interest? Who is truly important? What is truly important? Extract 2. Accept the liberation that comes with letting go of people and things that no longer serve you. Now comes the difficult part. As you identify the individuals who inspire and encourage you, you will also recognize those that do not show up for you in the ways that you require. It implies you'll have to let some folks go. You already know who they are. Individuals who sap your energy and leave you exhausted after a meeting. People you WhatsApp because you have to, but your heart isn't in it anymore. Those who laugh at your dreams. Individuals that undermine you while seeming to be on your side. Individuals who speak one thing while doing something else. There is no room for those individuals in your one brief and valuable existence. They occupy space, energy, and time. Everything that you have in limited amounts. They are depriving you of time with your family, your aspirations, and the people that nourish and support you. The reality is that you must let them go. You can accomplish it with love and kindness, but some relationships, like those clothing in your wardrobe that no longer feel right on your body when you put them on, just no longer fit you. And that's okay. They may have been ideal at one point in your life. You may have many wonderful memories together, yet your history does not determine your future. That doesn't have to be that way. Therefore, ask yourself, what aspects of my past do I need to let go of? What do I need to leave behind? Extract 3. Remove the map and rely on your internal compass. Creating a new future for yourself might feel like being caught in the middle of a furious storm at times. The visibility is terrible, and you have no idea where you're heading. The map you've been following is no longer valid, so you got rid of it. It indicates you're liberated, yet you're also disoriented. This might be thrilling on some days, but it can also be scary on others. What the heck are you going to do? You've got no idea. Remember, you tossed the map away. It was directing you in the direction that society wanted you to go. Yet it no longer applies to you. Humble the Poet threw away the metaphorical map when he abandoned his comfortable employment as an elementary school teacher. According to the plan, he'd teach for the next 30 years until he could retire, and then dabble in music in his basement on the side. According to the map, he needed to grasp his secure and respected employment with both hands and make the best of what he had. The map stated that his parents had worked so hard to provide him with this chance that he couldn't possibly waste it. Yet Humble was drawn to the artistic life, and the shouts just became louder. He realized he had to take the risk, to believe in himself completely. He had to believe in himself even if no one else did. As a result, he chose to resign from his position as a teacher. He had no clue how he was going to pay his payments at the time. There was no road plan for becoming a successful artist. He had no idea what was in store for him. He simply felt he had to go for it and see what happened. The adjustments you need to make in your life may not be as extreme now. To live truly, you don't have to turn your life upside down. You only need to tune into your internal compass. The compass is far more vital than any society map you may have been following. It's more essential than what your parents, friends, or that attractive Instagrammer believe you should do. So toss off the map and start feeling where your compass points. The only thing that counts is that you follow the arrow wherever it takes you. Extract 4. Reconnect with the joy of doing something for the purpose of doing it. Humble the poet had embraced the city's hustling mentality while living in Los Angeles. Everyone was driven and dedicated. He loved their tenacity and vowed to emulate it. So he forced himself to write every day, to compose music, to post on social media in order to build his audience, and to attempt to meet with significant people. He grew more strung out as he became more prosperous. He kept track of how many people downloaded his tracks and how many people liked his messages. He likened himself to other popular and well-known musicians, such as Pharrell. He was yearning for a big hit, and everything in his life became about achieving that aim. He'd lost sight of why he'd set out to become an artist in the first place. He'd had enough of having fun. What was it that rescued him? Ping pong. Humble and his flatmate would play a game in between work periods to unwind and get their creative juices flowing. That was both thrilling and simple. Everyone who came to the house had to join in. Humble was crowned champion for the second time. This perplexed him. How had he grown so excellent at the game without ever attempting to improve? But then he had an epiphany. In reality, he'd been playing ping pong every day for the past year. He'd been as steady at ping pong as he had at songwriting. Yet there was one distinction. Ping pong had never seemed like labor to me. He never had to bribe himself to participate in a game. While he wasn't playing, he didn't worry about it. He didn't go online and search for ping pong champions to compare himself to them. He was simply having a good time. He had a good time, and he became better at it along the way. That was a result of the enjoyment, not the goal of the game. Creating art had previously been like that for him as well. Since he was a teacher, he always made time after school to write and record music. It was absolute delight, something he did for the mere reason that he loved it at the time. Yet when he chose to pursue painting full-time, the gravity of his objectives, his resolve to succeed, drowned out all the joy, whatever that entailed. Humble recognized he needed to reintroduce that joyous ping-pong spirit into his music and lyrics. He slowed down and stopped judging success by Facebook likes. What that mattered was that he enjoyed what he was doing. When was the last time you played ping-pong or table football purely for the sake of having fun? Anyway, here's a practice activity for later. Take a few minutes to play once you've finished this chapter. Your living room most likely lacks a ping pong table. You can, however, toss a ball against the wall or chase your child around the lawn. After you're finished, close your eyes. Feel your heartbeat quicken. Feel the rush of adrenaline coursing through your veins. That's how you should feel as much as possible. Extract 5. Self-pity should be a rare occurrence, not the norm. Are you familiar with the character of Eeyore from the Winnie the Pooh story? Eeyore is the unhappy donkey that constantly sees the negative side of life. Everyone tries to cheer him up, but he constantly views the glass as half empty. Eeyore is certain that nothing will go his way. What's more, it doesn't. We all have an Eeyore inside of us. Perhaps you went through a difficult breakup, or perhaps a buddy betrayed you. Maybe, despite your efforts, your career is not progressing as you would want. If your parents aren't as supportive as you need them to be. When you're going through a difficult time, it's normal to feel sorry for yourself. When you're down, it's a chance to reconnect with oneself. It's also a tactic for attracting the attention of others around you. Receiving hugs and sympathies from individuals who are trying to cheer you up might feel fantastic. But are you prepared to hear the harsh reality? Nobody likes to be around someone who is always down on themselves. The Eeyore act rapidly becomes tiresome. If you continue in this manner, your friends will begin to shun you. It, of course, will simply feed your self-pity. What McDonald's is to food, self-pity is to emotional connection. It's quick and easy, but it doesn't last and may leave you feeling nauseous. The truth is that everyone experiences adversity. You are not unique. Everyone around you is going through the same thing. But self-pity will keep you trapped in your thoughts and unable to serve your community. All of this may appear harsh. Nobody is saying you can't feel depressed from time to time. Sure, you will have bad days and feel sorry for yourself. You just have to make sure that self-pity doesn't become your default way for dealing with challenging situations. Sometimes stopping into McDonald's for a burger and fries will not harm your health. Eating lunch and supper there every day is likely to do so. The same may be said about self-pity. Make it a treat on occasion. For example, the next time you feel sorry for yourself, listen to a sad music and allow yourself to feel truly bad while the song is playing. Consider all the people who have been unjust to you. Every time you've failed. Every one of your disappointments. Let yourself to totally embrace your inner Eeyore and feed on self-pity. Then as the music ends, jolt yourself awake and snap out of it. The sad party is done. Final summary. Now that you've had your fill of moping about, it's time for some positive news. Your life is entirely your responsibility all of the time. This may appear to be weighty, but seriously, consider it. You have no influence over what occurs to you. You have no influence over how others treat you, but you have power over your reactions. Welcome to the life school. You are enrolled from birth and the tuition is high. You'll make enormous blunders, fail, and have your heart destroyed. Heartbreaks and disappointments might cause you to shut off. You might also regard them as sympathetic instructors who are here to teach you crucial lessons. You may allow them to expand your intellect. So quit being afraid of failure. Quit living in tiny spaces. Let yourself to be guided by your compass. Fail loudly and boldly.
Got feedback? We'd love to hear from you about our content. Just share your thoughts and book recommendations in the comments section, and be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about the latest extracts. Thank you and have a great day.